Is Dragon Age the Veilguard worth our time? We're about to find out. Welcome everyone to episode 251 of 1 Hour 1 Decision, 1H1D. I am Chris.
And I am Tom.
And we take 60 minutes and play a random game on Xbox Game Pass and decide, well, Tom, we got another Dragon Age game.
It is the Age of Dragons, and we have to guard a veil, I guess.
Something like that. So, well, I guess we'll find out. As we are playing... We're talking about Dragon Age: The Veilguard, developed by Bioware.
No way.
Yeah, way. And this game came out on October 2024, multi-platform release, PC, PS5, Xbox Series, all them good stuffs. Got the Veilguard.
Play it where you got it.
Play it where you got it. I play this on the PC. A whopping 91.1 gigabytes, or no, 91.10 gigabytes on the PC. Tom, what about you?
Well, unlike Hogwarts Legacy, where I saved space versus you, here I appear to have lost some. It is a massive 93.15 gigabytes in the Series S. That is a large footprint for such a small hard drive.
Goodness gracious, yeah. Sorry for all you Series S players, because this thing will take a good chunk out of you.
Yep.
All right. But what kind of game is it, Tom?
Also a third-person action RPG.
Yeah. This time I wrote the same thing, third-person action RPG.
So when it's about wizards, magical gets in there, but if it's not about wizards, then it's just a third-person action.
Yeah, I guess I could, but I can't even say it's a dragon RPG either, because you don't play
the dragon. No, you don't.
Yeah, you don't do any of that stuff. You're just, well, we'll talk about it. All right, what's that game loop, Tom?
Play through a narrative adventure alternating between cutscenes and action sequences featuring combat.
Okay. I wrote beat up enemies and choose dialogue paths to progress the narrative.
Yeah. I said A, B, you said B, A, but we both said A and B.
Absolutely. All right. So now let's dive into what we liked about this game, Tom.
You really have a lot of options in terms of how you are going to tailor this experience to yourself and what you want out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You really customize the game and not just difficulty. Like we're talking about importing content from Dragon Age Inquisition if you played that.
Oh, wow.
And it just, I don't know. There were lots and lots of settings, lots and lots of options, picking a class, picking a race, picking backgrounds, picking all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, there was, and I'd say the UI for that was pretty good. At least, yeah. Was it like you had 4 classes? No, 4 races. 4 races.
Then
I think 3 classes, right?
Yeah, 3
classes: warrior, mage, and rogue. Yeah.
And then it's like maybe 6 backgrounds.
Yeah. It was a lot more backgrounds, which
and the backgrounds tie into, like, if you played the first Dragon Age, which I love, Dragon Age Origins, you pick an origin, and that origin really does shape, who your character is and a lot of the options and choices that you're going to see. So,
right. And all that stuff. Nice presentation. And it's a pretty nice looking game, I would say. I think there was a lot of controversy when this game came out. I think a lot of people didn't like the art style or the art direction, but I don't know. I think it looked fine.
I will say, and obviously I was running it on the Series S, so that's going to be a little different, but I think they did a really good job with like the intro and then doing the transitions from like what is clearly a cinematic into a cinematic that is done in the in-game engine into gameplay. Like it felt very like natural and smooth, and it got you like, besides the little speed bump of creating your character, once that was out of the way, transitioning into the actually playing the game went pretty quick and smooth.
Yeah, and this is another game where the voice, your main character is not a silent protagonist, fully voiced.
Yeah,
did his thing. So that was very cool. What character? What race did you pick?
I picked an elf.
Oh, I picked the horned. I don't remember the actual race, but the ones with the horns, the demon-looking ones. I was
Yes.
like, oh, that looks pretty cool. I was like, let's pick that. I was like, because I'm pretty sure Tom wouldn't pick this one, so I was like,
No,
let's
I
do it.
definitely I wouldn't.
If it was a reptile, I was like, okay, that's probably going to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
What class did you pick?
I was being boring. I picked warrior. Just
Okay.
like, yeah. What'd you
I
end up
I,
picking?
I picked the rogue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we can talk about how the combat was with the rogue versus warrior because yeah, I mean pretty standard in terms of the combat. Like there
Mm-hmm.
was, you have your light attacks and you got holding down the button does like a heavier attack,
Mm-hmm.
and you got some spells but skills
Yep.
that you can do and all that kind of good stuff.
Did
Yeah.
it give you a bow and arrow?
No. I got a shield. I got a Captain America shield. I could throw it around.
Okay. So there's a difference. I was dual wielding with like two short swords, kind of
Okay.
feel like a Legolas, right? Like that's
Oh.
what I was doing because I
Yeah.
was an elf. I had a bow and arrow, and then the two short swords.
Right.
It was that's what I was rocking.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah, and then you got a little party that you have to deal with, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I guess kind of like Hogwarts, you're kind of thrust into this situation, and then you're off to the races trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Because I got in the first hour, we got the name drop in the middle in the
Yeah,
middle of the
yeah,
game.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I was like, cool, I can turn this off now, right? It's like no, but yeah, yeah, chaos is ensuing in this city that you're in because I yeah, because someone's doing something that they shouldn't be doing, and you got to tell them no,
Yeah.
or so
Don't do that.
don't do that. And
Uh,
yeah,
I was gonna say what I think it did do is teach me as I play.
yeah,
It's a very like action tutorial, which in an action game is exactly what you want. You don't
hmm,
want to be taken out of the action to learn how to play.
yeah,
Teach me as I'm playing. I think it does that really well. And to touch on what you mentioned about building the party, I think as it adds the party members,
hmm,
through the narrative, they're all kind of introduced and showcased in a cool, interesting way. So
yeah,
you have, you start the game by yourself in a bar, trying to
yeah,
talk, get some information out of somebody. And then one way or another, your first companion joins you, and
yeah,
he's very clearly muscle, right?
yeah,
Kind of character. And then you're together, and then somebody's in trouble, and you go save them, and some other now your third party member has protected these people and
yeah.
then joins your team, and then
It gives you your gear, at least for me. They
yeah,
gave me
yeah,
my
yeah,
yeah,
you get your gear from that person.
yeah, yeah,
And again, right, like how you're playing through the game, getting your stuff,
yeah.
it's doing a good job of rolling out these characters one at a time, but in meaningful ways where they're
Sure.
contributing to the plot. And then you meet the mage, and the mage is, just rocked a bunch of dudes with
Yeah.
ice power. So
Right.
it's like, oh, like they're all frozen. Oh, she did it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's done in a kind of a cool way,
Yeah.
I thought.
Literally and figuratively.
Haha, yes.
Yeah, I mean, and like all Bioware games, you got dialogue choices, and it
Hmm.
seems like your choices matter because at least in that first hour, I was able to see like I made a comment in a particular way, and the muscle kind of made a comment back to me later on. He's like, "Oh yeah, you are kind of like that." It's like, "Oh, okay, you remember those things. That's good."
You do
So
get the little pop-ups on the side, like
yeah,
of the branched paths, and you made
hmm,
this decision. This person really liked that. That
yeah,
person didn't like this.
exactly.
So I like that it communicates that to you. It is a little immersion breaking, but
Yeah,
um, it's nice to know that my choices are mattering,
right,
even if they
right.
don't actually later. But gives me the illusion that they do.
Right. Right. Cool. Any other things you want to bring up here and what you liked?
I enjoyed very much that the prologue got up to the title card, and I think that was cool. I wrote it down too. And because I had a bow and arrow, um, the arrows magically refill
Oh.
over time. Say no to inventory management. I do not like
Ooh,
managing an
okay.
inventory. Historically, Dragon Age could be problematic for me because I feel like I spend a lot of time managing my inventory.
Okay.
And I will play it on PC so I can mess with it and
Yeah.
mod it and have infinite inventory if I need to. But it doesn't seem like that's necessary here because,
Okay.
I mean,
Streamlining it. Okay.
I don't feel like I ever saw an inventory screen. And
Yeah.
I got gear, I had arrows, I had health potions.
Yeah.
It just had a little, X out of 3 is how many I had. That,
Mm.
that was that.
Yeah. All right, cool. So how we move on to our dislikes then, Tom?
Yeah, so why did they give me so many damn options?
Yeah.
Like, when does the game start?
I was really confused by that too, because I was like, wait, what is this about? Like, and then like the other part of it I was confused about was like, can I change my settings after? I think the very extreme or difficulty or whatever it was, you cannot. But the others, maybe you can. It wasn't really explicit about that, I thought.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, like, you have to go through, like, to get to the game.
Yeah.
Very different from Hogwarts, where I
Oh
felt
yeah.
like I got to the game quickly. Here, I did not feel like I got to the game quickly.
This is true. I know like that intro was kind of cool, but like I just feel like certain things that happen in the game was kind of strange, like character decisions or whatever. Like as an example, like the very first thing that you see your character doing is you walk up to this bar and
Mm-hmm.
there's this bartender that you want to get access information from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is the bartender laying on her bar top like that? Like, it just makes I don't know, it was just I don't know, I was being nitpicky, I know, I'm being nitpicky, but I was like, what is the like, I don't know, it was weird. It was just such a weird decision for this character to be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna lay here, and then you, like, either beat these guys up or we'll talk about it." Like, that was literally the first decision you make, and I did the beating up thing, and that was the other part. Like, that could have been a great way to just get me right into the tutorial for the combat. But why did that have to become a like just a cutscene of me watching me do some cool stuff, you know?
Presumably because I talked my way out of it, and that
You
was
did?
also a cutscene. So they probably didn't want to start teaching half the players the tutorial
All
in one
right.
place versus.
I guess, but still, I don't know. It was kind of frustrating. Frustrating, I must say. But yeah, what else? Yeah, I mean the combat itself I thought was okay. Like it was serviceable.
Mm-hmm.
You do it a lot. Obviously, it seems like you do it a lot in this game.
Yeah.
And character or enemy types didn't see at least first
Yeah.
hour didn't seem very varied. Like you were just kind of had like
The Wraith
floaty
dudes and
guys.
then like
Yeah.
beefier versions of the Wraith dudes.
Right. Right. And I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, I mean I'm hoping that they maybe have a better variety of characters and stuff that you can beat on. But they all seem kind of the same. Like, again, I know I picked the easy class, with the
Mm-hmm.
warrior. So maybe that was the issue, but I don't know. Felt that was kind of weird. Kind of weird.
I felt like I was mostly button mashing,
Yeah.
to be honest. So, I mean, I won't disagree with you there,
Yeah.
but I had much bigger problems.
Okay.
So, like, it, I fell, like, got stuck, and then, like, fell through the world.
Oh, no.
And then I needed to reload my save.
Uh-huh.
And then every time I would get to a cutscene and stuff like that, there was these weird pauses in the action where like the game would go
Oh.
black and then it would do like a fade into or fade from black.
Okay.
And, I had it on fidelity. And I was like, okay, maybe this is the problem. I tried
Mhm.
switching it. That didn't seem to be it. Then I got to a sequence and the texture was missing from the floor.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, like I could just see through the world into the depths. And I was like, something's desperately wrong here. So I just closed the game and
Yeah.
restarted it. And when I restarted it, it,
It's
I
much
don't
better.
know, resynced or something,
Okay.
and those problems largely went away,
Mm,
but I switched to the performance mode just in case.
yeah.
But I'll say that whether it was on performance or fidelity, I didn't think it looked terribly good, at least
Hmm.
not on the Series S.
Okay. Like look muddy or kind of that.
Yeah,
That's too bad.
and like again, still like weird texture
Yeah.
issues, stuff didn't look, it's just hard for me to say it looked good. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it
Hmm.
looked good.
Okay.
And it's
That's fair.
and I think it's part of it is it's supposed to kind of look realistic-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like a
And
little bit of like realism, but like, n- well, like they have a little bit of a style, but like it still leans to the realism more than the
yeah.
style, I guess. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
because you have like all the like even just like lighting and stuff
Yeah.
like that has like a major impact
Sure.
on what the characters look like,
Yeah.
the different environments. Whereas like if it was a much more stylized type game, that stuff wouldn't have an
Yeah.
impact.
Right.
So
Yeah. Speaking I didn't have I had one bug in the beginning. It wasn't really a bug either. Like I noticed I can like walk through people. Like so when you
mm,
first left the bar and we're like you and his name is Varric.
yeah.
You're walking and you're having a conversation. I walked literally right through him, and then he got stuck
Hmm.
in a particular area, and then like it took him a while to kind of like unlock himself. And then so that was kind of weird. So dealing with that. But other than that, I didn't have any kind of other issues that I noticed. So that's kind of strange. I thought also like just like certain things like when you're doing that sequence like running to um solace or whatever and like there was just like these random demons that would run across you.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like what was the point of like I just it was weird. It's just weird.
It's weird because they're like clearly a threat to the civilians, but
Right.
not to you.
Yeah.
Like they don't
They just
interact with you at all.
no. No. You can't fight them or any of that stuff. And then
Yeah.
there was like there's a cutscene where this woman, I guess the town was like, "Stop, you need to like do so, like you're not supposed to be here or whatever it was." And like I thought I had a choice to like help her, but then like no, we have to go. And it's like what was the point of this? Like why did I like okay, I get it. She might be in trouble, but I can't do anything about it.
Well,
So
she's the woman that your second party member rescues.
she is?
Uh-huh.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go. I just
You didn't even
registered
put
that
that
wrong.
together.
Oh well, it's
Yeah.
fine.
She's shielded by the shield dwarf character.
Okay. Well done. Well, well, thank you, I guess.
No problem. Obviously, it didn't communicate it very well
No.
because you didn't catch it. So
No. What else I thought was weird was like my character is like probably the largest character
oh
type or
yeah.
race in the game, or at least, and I thought the animation for the walk was weird. Like it felt like he was always tipping over to the left every time. It was just like as soon as you start, he's like tipping. I'm like, what is going on? And it's just I don't know if you noticed that like with your characters, but like it
I
was
did
very
not.
weird, very weird. And disorienting, but it was just like, well, why? Why you like always look like you're about to fall over when you're about to start walking? So that was weird, but yeah. But what else you got there, Tom?
Uh, I went through all this trouble of naming my character, and then they just call me Rook. Why bother?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's I
It
was like, oh yeah.
reminds me of South Park, where you can make your you can create your own name, and then they just call you whatever they
Well,
call you.
but they had fun with that though, right?
Yes,
It's like it
that
doesn't
is
matter. It doesn't matter. This is your name. It's like,
yeah.
oh, okay,
That at
cool.
least was in the service of comedy.
Yeah,
Here it's just like if I'm just gonna be called Rook,
right. What's the point of the name? The whole thing.
yeah,
I didn't even bother picking my name. I just let the auto generator pick it, and I was like, cool,
fair.
be done with it. Stakes in relationships. I and it's probably because I haven't really played the other games in the series.
Mm.
We did play Dragon Age Origins here, but I was like, cool. Like I don't know who these people are, and like who like there was like some reverence, it seemed like, when
Mhm.
characters came up into like to your point, when these characters showed up, and I was like, oh, okay, this is someone that's supposed to be important, but I have no idea who they are. But I was like, okay, I guess I'll go with it. And then that whole thing where I guess you have a choice, where it's like Varric is like, oh, I need to go talk to Solus. He's gonna,
Mhm.
I can talk him down or whatever. And you have a choice to be like, okay, you agree with him, or no, I agreed with him. I was like, okay, fine, do it. And I was like, well, what the hell? Like, he got stabbed, and then like it was pointless. Like, what the hell? Like, this is how this game starts anyway. Like, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird that like I felt like a false choice there. Like, no matter what, I feel like even if I said, if you disagree with him, Barrack is probably like, I'm just gonna go anyway. Like, screw you guys, and the same cutscene is gonna go. I don't know how you felt about that, but I thought that was weird.
Well, it does factor later when he's feeling pretty guilty. Like
Mm,
it says, Varric, has guilt over the fact that you were put in danger because of his decision.
right.
So, like, if you rebutted him, maybe he wouldn't feel guilty about it, kind
Maybe.
of thing. You know,
Yeah.
you give him like, I trust you. You're the boss. You're making the right call, and then to learn that he didn't, right? Like,
Right.
it's going to weigh probably heavier on the character than
Okay.
if you fought him a little bit on it.
I guess so. I guess that works.
I'm looking for silver linings here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mechanically, the buttons are context sensitive, and that drives me
Mm,
kind of crazy because
mm.
like I accidentally jump instead of picking stuff up all the time.
Yeah.
I walked over there to pick up a bag of gold and I jump. I'm like, no, I don't want to jump. I want to pick up the sack of gold. Stop jumping.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Like, that was weird. And like, this game also had environmental puzzles, which I thought was kind of cool. Like, it kind of breaks things up from the combat.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know what it did after I did a good amount of time after all that stuff happens, and then you're able to kind of like roam this little area. There's like these statues that you have to rotate and like make them all face each other, and then like something opens, but I'm like, what opens? And I remember reading something, and then like I tried to find that thing that gave me a clue of what it opens, and then I can't find where that piece of information was anymore. So I was like, okay, forget it. That's annoying. So be that as it may. And then Varys took a freaking knife to the chest, and like he didn't die. Like, that's
It's magic,
something.
bro.
I guess it's magic. I don't know. I don't know. And the whole Solace is like motivation. I didn't get it. His whole thing, I guess, in the other games was like making this veil so that all the baddies can be shut out or whatever. And then he's like, "Man, I want to open it because I want magic back or something like that." I was like, "What? Like, what?" It was all right, I guess. Like, you want to make this guy the bad guy, so have him say he needs to do this for magic. All right, cool.
People can change their minds, Chris.
I guess, but this like affects not just him, but like the entire world. As people were trying to tell him that, and he's like, "No, I can do this. I tell you." It's like, okay, well, clearly, if you can do this, then they would be playing a game trying to take you down or something. I don't know. Anyway, but cool. Any other dislikes here, or shall we move on to our other thoughts?
Then I'm ready to move on.
Okay. How Long to Beat says this game is 28 and a half hours to 62 hours to complete. So
28 and a half.
yeah, that's
very,
what they said.
Very specific.
Very specific. And yeah, and then 62 if you do some side quests and all that good stuff there. There is no xCloud or cross save support from what I can tell from the PC version. So maybe on the if you started on the Xbox or something like that, you can play on the cloud or something. But I could not.
Huh.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Very strange.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what do you got, Tom?
Okay, so Solus is a party member in Dragon Age Inquisition, and that's Dragon Age 3 for everyone trying to keep track. The game was originally known as Dragon Age Dreadwolf because Solus is the, antagonist.
Yes, okay.
But it was planned as a live service game.
Oh, interesting.
But then that was swapped to single player thanks to the success of another EA title, one that is near and dear to me, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh.
So look at that. Single player games demonstrating that single player games have a place in the industry. Thank you, Fallen Order, for all that you've done for us.
Well done.
So this game is much more linear in level design than Dragon Age Inquisition.
Okay.
Which has more of an open world kind of vibe to it. We
Got it.
haven't played Dragon Age Inquisition, but had we, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You end up with 7 companions
wow.
in this game. But unlike previous Dragon Age titles, you have no direct player control over those companions. So, like in the original Dragon Age, you could pause the game and issue orders to everybody. You could switch who you're controlling. And they changed that up, and as the series progressed, but you still always had some kind of control over what your party members were doing. It doesn't seem like that's the case here. Development began way back in 2015.
Oh, wow.
That version of the game was killed and then rebooted in 2018. And even then struggled quite a bit. Lots of drama, lots of changes in Bioware, changes in staff, and that sort of stuff. So by the time this game finally landed and launched, I think EA Bioware was so done with it that there's
whatever. Here it is.
There's no DLC.
Oh, wow.
At all. Like,
for
not
an EA
free,
game?
Not Yikes. Free, not premium, not nothing. Like, it was released in October, and they were like done patching it and supporting it early the next year, and that was
it.
They just went,
yep,
and that was
their hands and done with this. We're done with this franchise, or I don't know. I think apparently there's another one in the works.
I guess we'll see.
You'll see. We shall.
That's it for me.
Okay, cool. So then, Tom, I guess we need to find out: are we keeping this game on our respective hard drives? Or are we kicking this thing to is it the Fade? Fade?
Yeah, I think it was the Fade. The Veil.
Yeah.
Why don't you go first this time, Chris?
Yeah. Look, this was a big time commitment, and I don't really feel compelled with what I was playing like I did with Hogwarts. Like, I had a good time with Hogwarts. I felt like the gameplay was pretty varied. At least I knew what was going on. And yeah, it didn't really click for me for this game. So, and with that, I'm probably going to pass.
Fair enough. I will say the early bugs that I talked about earlier in my dislikes really killed the game's momentum for me. So when you couple that with the kind of obvious nature that this is a sequel, this is a sequel to Dragon Age Inquisition, like Solus was a character in that, Varric was a character in that. You just end up feeling, at least in this first hour, like you need to play Dragon Age Inquisition first.
Yeah.
And
that's a long game, right? That's a long game.
Let's be real. I'm not going to do that. So if I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, thanks. All right. Wow. We went from two likes to 2 dislikes very quickly. That's how things work here.
Yeah.
Things can change in a hot second, or in a week in this case. All right, cool. Well, that's that with Dragon Age the Veilguard. And those are our thoughts. So let us know what you think of this game. Follow us and say hello on Blue Sky at 1H1D, X and Threads at TC1H1D, and maybe shoot us an email at tc1h1d@gmail.com. We play these games on Twitch, twitch.tv/1H1D. Check us out there. Say hello. I try to respond. Tom doesn't. That's okay. And we do put these out on YouTube as well. So, check us out there. Send a comment down below. Maybe is Inquisition that much better than the Veilguard?
Maybe it is.
And I'm not going to play it because I don't like playing prequels, because it is a prequel to me at this point. So sorry.
Hilarious. I'm really at the point where I think if I was going to get back into Dragon Age, I need to go all the way back to Dragon Age 2 and start there. I don't know. I'm sorry, Dragon Age fans. I was with you for Dragon Age Origins, and I liked Awakening too. And then the wheels came off, I guess, for me.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. But 1H1D is part of that QTB network, and if you like any great gaming content, check it all out at quitthebuild.com/network.
So that's the end of this episode, Chris, but I suspect we're not going to end at 251, are we?
No, that's a weird number to end at. But we are going to be doing an episode, not with the surprising button.
What?
Yeah, but with a friend of the show, Matt, aka Stormageddon, because they're back, because they want to talk about The Outer Worlds 2.
You know, back when we did a radio show, we took requests, so
yes,
it works here too.
Yes. And we're happy to have people on the show and talk about games that they want to play and for an hour, and then we do that whole conversation thing that we've been doing for 251 episodes. so yeah, that is our next episode, but that is it for this episode. So thank you so much everyone for tuning in, and we will catch you in the next one.
Thanks everybody.